Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am BorderWise and welcome to From the Depths, the beta test again, version 2.8.5.7. And this is, once again, quite a significant update to From the Depths, because possibly, well, for one thing, this update isn't especially huge. There's not a huge amount of things that have been changed, but what has been changed kind of completely changes the game slightly. So, we're going to hop into designer mode, and we're going to talk about it. And this is my usual starting fortress. Lovely, shiny, heavy armor on it. And you'll notice something interesting. These material containers used to be ammo processors. These material containers on the back used to be fuel processors. What has happened? Well, this is the resource overhaul update, you can call it. So, dramatic change is that fuel and ammunition are no longer separate resources that you produce from materials. It's all just materials now. This is kind of a similar big change to back in the day, when the developers that, like, From the Depths Storytime used to have a lot of different resources. There used to be wood, let me see if I remember, wood, metal, crystal, what was it? It was like wood, metal, crystal, and oil, I believe, were the main ones, and, like, that got shrunk down to just materials, just, like, for the ease of logistics, and just to make things a little bit less needlessly complex in the campaign, and they've done it again. So now, basically, fuel and ammo is still a thing, but it works slightly differently. So, as ever, we're going to just read through the patch notes, and we can look at the resources tabs, and you'll notice there's less stuff in here. It is quite a bit simpler already, just looking at it. And, yeah, so let's read through it. So, localized resource. A new material/energy sharing system has been added, where forces can be separated into different types. A creator, a cargo, or a user. So let's zoom out there. I haven't actually tested this. Aha! Okay, creator, there it is. Surplus resources are transferred to cargo and user types. Your procurement levels for the resources will be maintained. Cargo, creators will fill your resource storage. Your surplus will be given to user types. Your procurement levels... That's the wrong your From the Depths devs. Your procurement levels for resources will be maintained. You'll also keep creators at their procurement level. User. Creator and cargo vehicles will fill you up to your procurement levels, and you'll equalize with other users to ensure your resources are spread evenly. You'll keep creators and cargoes at their procurement levels if you have surplus. So, this greatly streamlines the whole logistics things. You'll notice that the old resource supply groups are no longer a thing. And there's a fourth option here, don't share materials energy with any other force, fair enough. And it's just simple, it's like, keep full of its materials and energy, that's it. Like, nothing else, there's no ammo, there's no fuel, there's none of that. And it's just like, you don't have to, let's see here, let's go here. Yeah, there's none of the other futzing around with, like, give to, take from, force give to, force take from. And it's just, it's been made way simpler, which I am very grateful for. So for those of you who looked at my last Nita campaign stream, I was getting a little bit frustrated with the whole, like, Nita campaign logistics system. And by the way, I don't think the devs made this change just because of me. I would be astonished if they did. Also a little bit worried because I'm just one dude. Like, you can't listen to just one dude, that's not fair on everyone else. But yeah, so this is just made a lot simpler. Looking forward to this going stable. And, yeah, so material and energy sharing is automated depending on their type. So whether it's a creator, cargo, or user, or whether you hit that fourth option. Resources. Let's talk about resources. Let's turn that off. Hello? Resource zone. Thank you. Oh, that's Control P now, not R. I was wondering about that. Resources. Ammo barrels hold materials now. And increase the availability of materials for reloading guns. So... it's not that your craft will just dump all the material into either into power or, like, reloading weaponry. It's going to basically, the amount of ammo barrels you have, or the amount of fuel containers you have determines what percentage of your materials can be used, like, per minute to reload your guns or refuel your engines. So in this case, we have a lot of ammo barrels, and so about 884,500 materials, about 54,700 materials are extractable as ammunition per minute, which is plenty. So it doesn't really change too much the way you design your craft. You still need enough ammo to keep all your weapons firing continuously, and you still need enough fuel to keep all your engines running continuously, because, yeah, so ammo and fuel have been removed as resources. Guns and engines use materials directly now, as we've said. Ammo processors have been converted into 2-meter storage lockers, and the block is now decorative only. So if we go to decorations, we should find a new prop in here. Here we go. Ammo processor. It's still the same cost for some reason. That's weird. Like, that probably should be changed. Is now decorative only. That's what it used to be, and this is what it's now been converted to. So don't worry, all the ammo processors that you've stuck on your craft, it's now material storage. So you like automatically get a lot more material storage once this update hits. Did I mention this was beta test? This is beta test, so nobody panic yet. Okay. Fuel refineries don't create fuel from materials anymore. Instead, they form a worldwide material sharing network where all refineries that are turned on can slowly share materials with each other. Refineries slowly burn material, so a lot of material is wasted. So, if we just plonk a refinery down, like this, if we do that, and let's see, let's let's see, is it on? Turn on, and there we go, and there we go. Alright, so now this material transport facilitated is 8.4 per second, materials used is 4 per second, so this is horribly inefficient. It's basically sharing materials with, like, all other refineries or refinery platforms globally, but half of it is being burned, like, in order to do it. So this is like, these things no longer produce fuel, these kind of are magic, I guess, because they just essentially teleport your fuel, your material reserves, like, around the map, just automatically, and it's kind of like you can use, like, globalized resource, but at a cost. So, like, they're not useless anymore, and let us spawn in a resource platform. I need to turn that phone off, like, right the heck now. Why did I not do it before? Why did I not do that before? Some professional I am. What was I doing? Alrighty, this. So, if we spawn in, standard, large resource platform, go there, and can you please, like, get your correct altitude before anything else? Alright, so we go here, and we see this refinery is slightly more efficient. Slightly. So it's transporting 10 materials per second globally, and materials used per second is 4 per second, so still not great. I have no idea how to make these more efficient. I'm not sure if they can get more efficient than that. But yeah, so alright, so fuel tanks hold materials now, and increase the availability of materials for powering engines, as I said. So if we go over here, you'll see some fuel, stores materials required to allow release of material as fuel to the fuel engines and custom jet engine. So you still need fuel tanks on your craft if you want to use fuel engines or custom jet engines. If you do not have them, they will not work. And so as of right now, this doesn't have a huge amount of fuel on it. So 350 materials extractable as fuel per minute, 350 remaining. And by the way, fuel engines are still pretty darn efficient, because I think the numbers have pretty much stayed the same. They've just been converted from, like, fuel and ammo cost just to fuel. So if we go here, power, material boost, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, how much does this use? That's wrong. Alright, so current power is... Power per materials is like using 495 power per material. And materials per second, it's using a 1.22 out of 20, which is roughly equivalent to the amount of fuel I believe this engine used back in the day. This is not the blue line, this is something else. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Probably you can make these a lot more efficient. I don't know how yet. Fuel engines are undergoing surgery, as are steam engines. So yeah, that is a thing. Resource harvesting, and this is important, when out of play, runs at 5% even when there is no power source. So basically, you can potentially make a resource gathering platform that does not have any power, or just like, you know, you could just make a raft, a floating raft, and stick material gatherers on it. And even if there's nothing to power them, they'll still work at 5% efficiency. And that is because this is a preventative measure to stop outposts from getting stuck at 0 materials and not being able to get any more. So that is a useful thing, I feel. Like, because otherwise what would happen is, like, if you need to burn material in order to harvest material, you can get, like... You can reach a point where it's just you've like burnt through all your material and then you can't gather more. And it's just basically it's 5% harvesting for free, which is quite handy. Alright, so that's that. And the smoke dispenser. So the smoke dispenser, let's go look at it. Defense... Smoke dispenser. What the... What? Don't know what that means. Alright, so... smoke dispenser is the anti-laser smoke thing. This burns materials rather than fuel now, which makes sense because there is no more fuel. And yeah, tutorials have also been updated to reflect new resources, materials and energy, and new resource transfer system. And there is a mess of fixes as well, which I shall read out to you now. For steam engines, pressure no longer drops or increases when boiler or pipe is shrunk. So, like, when you hit P, if efficiency doesn't drop, that would be weird. Story missions. Your vehicle will no longer get free resources or reloads. After spawning, you shall only get the materials you paid for in the mission launcher. Just prevents people from cheesing story missions just by spawning in something massive. And removed the supply group and transit systems. Wow, I wrote this down really badly. They've been replaced with something simpler, so as we mentioned before, it's been replaced with this. Way less buttons, way less confusing, much simpler. And there's also a few new faction crafts, so this isn't really in the patch notes, but there's a few additions, so... I'm not gonna I don't think I'll show you all of them, but well, no, I will show you all of them. You know what? I'll show you all of them. This video is, trundling along quite nicely. It's amazing to me, just like changes to the resource system that can be summarized so briefly have such a tremendous effect on the rest of the game, because this changes everything. Like, logistics, like, is so much simpler now. It's actually pretty good. Like, I can't imagine, like, not everyone is going to be happy with this, obviously, but I think for the sake of simplicity, this is a pretty good move. But yeah, so... What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so there's new stuff. The Deep Water Guard has a few new scary things. They have a new godly ship, for one thing. The Flounder. And, in case you're wondering, this thing is a cram and missile frontsider. So if I spawn in something helpless and delicious, let's spawn in a Bastion, like so. Whoops, that's a bit close. So it just spits out missiles, it goes back and forth, and it's really cool. So you can see right here, this thing kind of uses, I think it uses a hover maneuver because it strafes. It's got props on the sides that actually push it sideways. Which is, this thing is like actually pretty resilient to crams when it's at its proper range. Because it, like, they keep missing. Also, it's just spat out mines by the looks of it. Yep. So yeah, that is the Flounder. And what is another thing? There is also 2 new airships for the Deepwater Guard. Let's see if I can find them. They're down here. So we have the Tarpon and the Dorado. And the Dorado is another front-sider. So the Deepwater Guard have a bunch of new front-siders, and I believe that the big gun on this fella is a heat gun. Or, yeah, it is a heat gun. It is a honking big one. So, you need to kind of use craft with spaced armor quite early. And this is particularly vicious because, you see the angle this thing is firing from? It's firing down at the deck of this bastion right here, which means that a citadel armor scheme, where basically instead of having an internal citadel and then like an air gap and then you have your deck armor, the citadel armor is basically just extra thick deck armor rather than like what I just said. This is going to ruin the day of the craft that use that, because that heat shell really hurts if it hits you. It's a big one, actually. It's a 500mm one. I'm not sure if it's 8 meters either. It's also got an ingenious turret in here that rotates like... Jeez, this is clever. Whoever made this was bloody clever. Oh, it's Maro. I don't know who that is. Must be one of the Cottles. And let's see here... Thunder 12345. Oh, well done, Thunder 12345 and Maro. You've done great work. These things are quite cool. And so, deleting that, the Tarpon, and there's a reason I spawned in the Dorado first, the Tarpon seems to be the Deepwater Guard's new boss craft. Because it is... It is huge, and it comes with its own siren. This is a big girl. This is big and scary and tough. 10,000 blocks, almost 400,000 materials, bobs up and down like a champion. This is what the Moray wishes it could be when it grows up. Just, let's pause and have a look at this thing. Who authored this? It was created before authoring details were added to the game? Wait, how long has this thing been in the game and I just didn't know? I swear this is new. I didn't have an intelligence screenshot of it. Like... Wow. How old is this? Has it been updated? Has it just been finally... Oh wow, it's even got the icon right there. So this thing is huge, as you can guess. It's got massive guns on it. Is this a... No, it isn't. I was thinking maybe that was a direct input fed thing. It is beautiful and dangerous and terrifying, and let's spawn in an Onyx Watch thing to shoot at it with. Let's spawn in... What's something that isn't too big? Let's spawn in a warrior, because warriors are fun to bully. So the, Whoa, okay. Wow, that thing just fell out of the sky like no one's business. What the hell is that gun? That thing is firing ridiculously fast. What is that? What are those shells? Flak. No, not flak. Hold on. High explosive. See, this thing is... It's not only big... It's fast, and it's really agile. This thing... Bloody Nora, look at this thing! It's gonna start backpedaling any second now. And it's got shields, and this whole front bit appears to be basically... Oh goodness, that's heavy armor. So this is just a big spaced lump of like heavy armor and deadly blades. It just has got a great big broad nose to just absorb fire with. Oh, and those tracer shots are quite hefty frag shells. So, yeah, this isn't ridiculous. It's about an even fight with a Bulwark, but I would say that if you're not ready for something like this when fighting the Deepwater Guard, bloody Nora, that's a big gun that just fired. Yeah, so this is like the Deepwater Guard seeing a kobold and being like, you know what? I want some of that. Actually, come on, fire, big gun fire again, please. Bang, alright. Let's see here, what was that? That is an armor-piercing head with a honking big load of, like... is that a penetration depth shell? Let's see quickly. I'm gonna say yes it is. That appears to have either exploded something or... Nope, yeah, that was a pen depth shell. How does it... This thing must have so much gunpowder, or have some... No way, does this thing have railguns? I gotta see this. I gotta see this for myself. Wrong one. There we go, tarpon. A tarpon is a kind of fish, by the way. It's quite a big, scary one. Wow, this thing has so many mimics on it. Damn, man. Let's see, let's turn that off. Can I hide the mimics? Nope, I can't. Does not... Nope, it's not a railgun. Can you please? Let's see what ducker you're packing. Okay, no, it's not an armor-piercing... It's not an armor-piercing shell. It's just, you know, it uses its kinetic damage for something... Bloody hellfire, this is huge. 8-meter shells. 8-meter shells. Interesting turret shape as well. Well, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at this, look at this. Wow. What? Wait, how is that tilted? How did you do this? I can't believe you've done this. Oh, wow. It's so weird. How? How? Seriously, I want to know who made this thing, because they are clever in a way that I do not understand. Stop moving, please. Okay, that's not helping. What the hell, man? How did they get this tilted? Like, how the hell? Is this on? This must be... Whoa, okay. It appears to have fallen into the ocean. Alright, jeez. Like... Yeah, the turret... How? 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 Oh, what the... No way. How? What? What? No, what? What? Seriously, what? This has broken my brain. How did they get the internals of this turret tilted? Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh my giddy Aunt Fanny. How have you done this? Ah. I was right. That is how they've done it. What is this attached to? Like... Wait. What? How did... Wait, if I do this now... It is attached to... What the hell is it attached to? Oh, you cheeky bastard. Oh, that's wild! Look at this! How? Oh, you clipping genius. It's clipped, like, the turret is on, like, it's actually mounted on heavy armor, and then the turret itself is clipped through those beams. So if you do this, it looks like oh, you cheeky sod. You clever dick. Whoever you are, I love what you've done here. That's amazing. My goodness. Wow. Half of this video is me, like, gushing over the top on. And then there's a helicopter, and it's called the Leatherback. Which is... I kind of thought Magus wasn't into flying saucers anymore. This is... Look at this thing. Like, I didn't notice this before. I did not notice this before. This thing has a rotating satellite dish. Oh my god. Oh my god. All of this is so pretty. And the new wing blocks as well. Oh my god, guys. Help. Help. My brain. It can't take how awesome all this is. And there's other stuff as well. The twin guard. God, I'm gonna have to hurry it up now. They've got some new aircraft. They've got, let's see, thrustercraft. They've got the Monarch, they've got the Viceroy, they've got the Scorn and the Satisfaction, which are all bombers and drones by the looks of it. So you look at here, over here, this little fella's the Scorn, tiny little front-sided drone. God damn, stop making things so pretty, you make me feel completely inadequate. I'm joking. Keep making things pretty. It makes me so happy. Bloody hell, look at these things. They're gorgeous. Shakes. This one's even got a little Eva face on it. Remember Wally? So yeah, so this is the Satisfaction. It actually does look pretty satisfied. It's a bomber. Kind of. No, those things have thrusters on them. Yep. Over here, what are you? You are the Viceroy. Oh my god, it's got emoji! They've got emojis! Guys, Twin Guard have faces. And it's got guns and missiles on it. It's really cool. And over here is the Monarch. Do you have a face? My lungs can't handle how cool this is. It's got a little face. Emoji face. Oh, it looks so innocent. This is a particle cannon bomber, by the way, and it's really damn strong. So, we better spawn in a Bulwark for it to shoot at. By the way, the Bulwark's been, updated. It's got torpedoes now. So before these Twin Guard craft just ruined the lives of everything, you'll see here, it doesn't just have torpedoes, it has really, really big ones. So if you're used to cheesing the Onyx Watch, and specifically the Bulwark with submarines, you're kind of out of luck now. Otherwise, it looks pretty much the same. See, that's the... what was that thing? The Satisfaction drops bombs. And, yes, so the Monarch has honking big particle cannons, and looks like... what have they done there? Yeah, they've just casually blown straight through the Bulwark. Yeah. Particle cannon bombers are freaking strong, by the way. We've got the Viceroy right there. It's a gunship. Wait, do the faces change once in combat? No, they don't! Smug little bastard. So yeah, it's like... oh, and one last thing that I happen to notice. Where are you? You're not there anymore. You're... there we go. Lamb's nodes look different. They look... I think somebody on the dev team got tired of Lamb's nodes being referred to as laser nipples, and so they changed them. They are now laser bell ends, I guess. Poking out. That's not much better, in fact, that's worse. But yeah, so, big changes over here. I cannot get over how cool these aircraft look. Like, oh, wow, yeah. Yep, so, don't skimp on the deck armor seems to be, the rule of thumb right now, what with the Dorado and the things like this flying around. Yeah, this is amazing. This is amazing. It really is. And I think this should be the thumbnail. This should be the thumbnail. Look at that wee face. Look at that adorable wee face. Jeez, man. So yeah, that is that's beta test 2.8.5.7 or 2.85 for short. This is a big one. I actually really like this. This is like quality of life and this new awesome stuff to fight and look at. Jeez, like someone, the Tarpon is definitely gonna get a most wanted of its own at some point. It really is. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon if you like. Oh, that's epic. It really helps. Thank you to all my current Patreon supporters. And I will see you next time in From the Depths. The beta test branch, probably, again, because the devs keep adding stuff to it. Farewell!